glad to see we all got the memo. All three of us dressed in green from head to maybe toes. I can't see you from like your chest down, but clearly all three of us showing our support. Yep, Jake's got the shorts on. All three of us showing our support for Irish nationalism. So I appreciate you guys.
Right, we're
stepping forth.
Republicans.
Come out, ye black and tans.
By God's grace, we will see a united Ireland one day. But no, the Irish basketball team, the Irish nationalism basketball team, world champions. Congratulations to the Boston Celtics. This isn't going to be a Pot on Causeway episode, but we'd be remiss if we didn't shout them out. I mean, again, what do we got for the jersey there, Liam? I see Boston.
This is an old Isaiah Thomas
I
jersey.
see the little guy. Yep, I got the homage. Patrick Starr driving to the lane with a leprechaun hat on himself. It's a great little John.
What do you think, Pat? You think Pat's a 4
He was a
or
bucket.
a 5?
He was a bucket.
He's a 4 or 5.
I would have put him as like a stretch forward. You know what I mean? You got to respect Patrick Starr's shot.
I don't
a little bit.
know.
His ability to stretch the floor.
He strikes me as a sort of a Glenn Davis type,
Glenn Davis getting the rebound and
without
putting it in.
the tax evasion or tax fraud, whatever he did.
Yeah,
Patrick
didn't
Starr.
isn't he going to jail for like 3 months
Yeah,
or something?
I think
or 3
he's-
years?
I think he's doing some time.
Yeah.
Well, with the
tough.
contract
It's
that
tough.
they're about to give Tatum that he's eligible for, maybe JT can bail him out and do something for the boy.
And I have. Sorry if we were just going. Fitz, what's your hat? You didn't. What's that?
Oh, a Boston Red Sox hat
Boston
that's
Red
green.
Sox hat.
Red
okay. All right.
B in the middle. I don't know if you've ever heard of that team.
Liam,
but
that the Worms
I know
hat?
it's not basketball related, but
You know it.
yeah.
I've got
Wormtown, USA.
my cap is a Celtics hat, and it's the. I don't know if this is canonically lucky, but it's like the little jester they had in like the.
Yeah, the old
40s.
ones
is
from like the
lucky,
30s
I
and
think.
40s.
It is lucky. That's supposed to
The
be
OG.
lucky. Or is
The
it
OG
OG lucky?
lucky.
My understanding is that it's like Steamboat Willie to Mickey Mouse, essentially.
Oh,
you know?
Fitz, that's a great comparison.
This Lucky is not part of the public domain, however, though, as far
Okay.
as I know.
And then I've
Yeah.
got Trico the Pokemon on my shirt.
He's definitely not in the public domain. He's
No.
not old enough to be in the public domain.
No, Trico's what is he? 21.
Take him out to the bars.
Legal,
You could
legal
have
to
taken
drink.
him out to the party scene last night after the Celtics won the championship, Jake. How was that?
That was fun, but not as fun as it could have been because of woke. This city has gone woke.
It was kind of.
They shut down a lot of roads, and
Yeah.
they got the fucking the National Guard pulled up.
That picture of you.
Well, it was very
Terrifying.
nothing was
What the
even
hell are a
happening.
polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? When you're sitting in there with the SWAT team coming in.
Nothing was even going. I have no idea. I mean, there was literally like. I mean, it was the military was there. Like
It was pretty tame. I got to be honest.
Yeah, it
Not
was.
the Navy.
People, a couple people climbing some poles, but nothing like.
that was really it.
Yeah, they ripped some
You know?
street signs off. Nothing crazy though. I mean, you know.
I
gotta
saw this
expect some
morning.
people
I guess
climbing poles.
eight people got arrested, but that's not bad at all.
I wonder what they did.
Hub Central, whatever the name of that Twitter account is, within like 90 seconds of the final tip, Sam Sheehan, I think, retweeted it. It said, like, celebrations underway, 1 arrest, and then 20 seconds later, already at 2 arrests, and then, like, 20 seconds after that, we're up to 4 arrests now outside of the garden. So, the kids are all right. But in any event, that's the curse of Lucky, a.k.a. Liam. We're joined by Avery Bradley, a.k.a. Jake. I am Wally the Green Zerbiak, a.k.a. Fitz, all Celtics-related names for this week on our Red Sox show, which is Pod on Lansdowne. We're happy you could join us. Of course, once again, congratulations to the Celtics. But while you're watching them complete that gentleman's sweep of the Dallas Mavericks, if you're just rejoining the Red Sox now that they're the only big show in town as it stands right now, gents, people have missed a nice little streak for the Boston Red Sox. Isn't a nice little streak?
Quiet as
Isn't
it's
a nice
kept.
little streak?
Quiet
The
as
worst-
it's kept.
We said, I said personally last week before we recorded that they were going to go on a 4-4 streak by the time we ended up recording, including the game tonight, which is Tuesday, the 18th that we're recording this now, around 7:30. The Red Sox Toronto game is just underway now. The worst they could be is 5-3 at the end of this recording. Could be 6-2. You'll know by the time that you're listening to this. Nice little streak, and what's great about it, guys, it's got some damn good teams earlier on. Philly and New York, 2 teams that are going to be in their respective pennant chases. It was a fun little week at the Fens.
Well, so are we, Fitz. Well, so are we.
Yeah, we might be good. You never know.
So watch out. Well, I just think it's so beautiful and so baseball to split against the White Sox, who are maybe the worst team, maybe ever. Maybe ever. And then
maybe
not ever. No, that's dramatic. But they fucking
worst
stink.
of the Biden administration potentially.
What's the worst? Is it one of those Astros squads like the last say 20 years?
That 03 Tigers
feel
team,
like
I think.
I mean, the 18 Orioles were heinous. I think they
That
lost
03
like
Tigers
115
team, I think,
games.
only won like 44 games or something.
I mean, what are the White Sox on pace for? Can't be much more than that.
20. Well, 105 if they keep playing the Red Sox consistently.
Well, point is that team is horrible, and we go to the South Side. We split against them, come home to beautiful Fenway Park, and then take 4 of 6 from the Phillies and Yankees. That's
two
baseball,
World Series
Susan.
contenders.
That's baseball,
as it stands right
Susan.
now. By the way, the 03 Tigers, I gave them too much credit. They won 43 games.
I mean,
119 losses. That's crazy.
Well, what are the White Sox right now?
They have 19 wins.
So, what halfway is like next week? No, of the season, I think.
Ish.
Yeah.
Which means we have the Havsy Awards coming up in a couple of weeks.
We do. Well, do we do that at the actual half or the All-Star break?
I don't remember. Whatever's most convenient for us. That's
I don't
what it's
remember
gonna be. We're still trying. It's only going to be the third iteration of the Havsies, so we're still trying to figure out as a committee what's going to work best. But the point is, yeah, that is, to quote John Sterling, that indeed is baseball Susan. Maddening game, and again, the old adage, I've said it before, I say it again, every team's going to win a third of their games, every team's going to lose a third of their games. It's what you do in the margins with that third of games, that third 54-game set, the games that could go either way, that's going to define your season. And Liam, what's especially exciting, at least for me, with the last week of results for the Red Sox, taking that series against Philly after Zach Wheeler fucking dominated us in game 1, taking those next 2 games, and then taking 2 or 3 against the Yankees in the first series of the year, which is so weird that it was in the middle of June. That's the first time you saw the Yankees, but it's always good to take a series.
Down with the balanced schedule. Down with the balance.
I like the balanced schedule. I like seeing every team, but it is so weird. That needs to change. The fact that this was the first time you saw
Yankees
them all
Red
year.
Sox used to mean something, folks. Let me tell you.
Would always mean something to take a series against those bricks. That's just me talking. But what's so great about coming out on the right end of that on a 4-2 stretch at Fenway, the little mini homestand, is that now you have Toronto. You already took 1 against them, and the Red Sox just scored.
And we lost
as Jake decides he doesn't want to hear about how good the Red Sox are, so he ditched out of the call. So it's just me and you, pal, for the time being. Now it turns into the soccer chat. Now we could talk Euros.
Yeah, of course.
But no, back on. You have Toronto, who's not. Oh, now Jake's back. Jeez, are you coming or going, Jake?
What do you mean?
Are you going?
I lost. I dropped out.
Yeah, I know. Just giving a hard time. But Toronto's not any world beaters. You have Miami coming up in one of these more recent series. You have Toronto again next week. You have the Padres coming into town, and then you have one other team.
They go to Cincinnati after this.
Go to Cincinnati. Series. Thank you. Yes, I didn't have the schedule in front of me. I was just trying to go off the dome over the next couple of weeks. The point is, you have a
Toronto, Cincinnati, Toronto, San Diego, then Miami and New York through July 4th.
Okay, so you have a set of 15 games here, right? 15 games, a pretty considerable chunk, against teams that entered Monday, below 500. Now, the huge issue with the Red Sox so far has been their inability to capitalize against teams above 500. They're something like 12-24, 12-23, 13-23. Not a good record against teams above the 500.
Well, I mean, the Phillies series was their first series win against a team over 500 all year.
Well, there you go. That lends credence to the point, and it's great that you could string that together with the Yankees series dub. But you're not playing the toughest competition in the league for these next 2 weeks or so before you have to go to the Bronx and play the Yankees again. This is their time to capitalize and try to make up some ground because the American League Central, those top 3 teams are playing well, but you have some time here to maybe make up some ground. And by the time that, the All-Star break rolls around, you start thinking about the trade deadline, the Red Sox could be in the mix. I know we've had this conversation in 23. I know we had this conversation
sick.
in 22.
It's Groundhog
thinking about
Day.
the trade deadline.
Groundhog Day.
I understand. Well, again, it's 15 games here. If you go, I don't think a 10-5, 9-6 ask is unreasonable. If you're able to pull that off, if you're able to win 10 of these 15 games, you already have one. The longest of journeys begins with a single step. Am I right? Right. All you need is one. You just need to see one go through, and then the rest can come in from there. But if you're able to walk away with winning 10 of these 15 games over the next 2 weeks and change, or however long it is, right? Again, who knows what happens from there? Put yourself in a position with the 3 wild cards. I understand that makes things wonky. I don't know, Jim. I'm just saying.
I don't know, Jim. What are we back? Heavens, excuse me. What are we back today?
We're 2.5 back. Going
2.5
into the day.
back. Oh, I don't love that.
Funny enough, we have a significantly better run differential than the Twins, who are ahead of us. We're plus 42. They are
you're
plus
right.
16.
All right.
No.
How about the Mariners? 43 and 31 with only a plus 19 run differential.
That lineup is
Putrid.
lacking.
Yeah.
No, Julio hasn't
Well, it would
been very
behoove
good.
them to go and try to get some help at the deadline with the bats now.
I mean,
Pete, Pete Alonso to Seattle. Everyone's
so
saying.
you can almost set your watch by the end of the season to run differential, and that's almost always like positive run differential makes the playoffs, negative doesn't. Almost. It almost always lines up pretty close.
More often than not, 162 game sample size. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna,
And
What was it? It was the Mariners last year or 2 years ago. They called it fun differential because they were actually
negative.
significantly over 500. But
Yeah.
under
Power
I
of
mean,
friendship.
the only
Yeah,
team,
exactly.
the only team above 500, or excuse me, below 500 with a positive run differential is the Astros. Believe it or not, with a plus 4. But yeah, and
they're
then
still lurking.
and then we are the first team currently not, or we're the only team other than the Astros who their record is not good. We're the only team other than the Astros with a positive run differential that is not in the playoff picture right now. So who knows? But I mean, that speaks to, again, we have almost 30 plus 30 more than the Twins, who are the third wild card right now. How about the Twins? How did that?
They just always hang around. I thought maybe that their momentum would be kind of sagging off a little bit. Tigers have kind of retreated out of that race. Really impressed by the Royals. I was watching the.
They're only three. They're only 3 up on us though, which I thought they had a better record.
I was watching some highlights from their series against the Dodgers, and I was like, wow, they have almost the same record as the Dodgers. This team that was picked by so many people to go all the way this year. Royals are being right there. Now, again, who have they all played together? That adds some different context to it. But the point is here, you have an opportunity to gain ground on these guys. Lou Merloni said on the broadcast last night, at some point those teams in the AL Central are going to have to play each other. This ain't footy. You're not going to be able to. You're not going to have ties in the table. Both teams managed to get a result here, and they share the points. This is your time to strike, and you're gonna. And to go back to what Craig Breslow said a week or two ago, the team is going to pick a direction one way or the other, according to him. Now, words are one thing. Actions speak louder than words. Let's see how that actually happens when the trade deadline comes around. But if they're in the mix, it could get interesting. That's all I'm saying there.
I'm so scared of the trade deadline, guys. I'm so scared. I cannot get so upset like I did the last.
Why are you
few
scared?
years.
Talk to me.
I mean, part of me is also with this year's trade deadline. I feel like the needs of the team are less clear than the past 2 years.
I agree. I was gonna say I don't even know
Like,
what
we're
we
kind of
really,
what major addition.
like a middle infielder, maybe.
But even then, it gets crowded next year if it's somebody under control.
It's
I don't
crowded
know.
this year. It's crowded now.
I don't know, maybe like a right-handed hitting outfielder, but like
No! I was
gonna
O'Neill is
say,
suddenly
An
O'Neill
outfield.
is
We've
suddenly-
already got 5 of those.
No, but I'm just saying, like right-handed wise, the
I
line
guess,
is
but-
still
Yeah, right-handed
lefty
bat,
heavy
I was
once
gonna
Casas
say.
and Abreu come back. So
A right-handed like DH could work.
but otherwise, I'm like, what is like the glaring need for this team right now?
I mean,
And it's
you
really
can't-
just getting healthy.
Yeah. But on the flip side, I think they do have assets that you could recoup some nice pieces if you sell them, though. You know, I said that last year. I said that the year before. But Kenley Jansen, who
We're going to talk about him.
has actually pitched well lately. Yeah.
Do we want to get into that?
Well, no. I'm just saying. I mean, him, Chris Martin, Tyler O'Neill. These guys, they're not gonna play here next year. I mean, I could tell you that right now. So I don't know. It's gonna be tough. I don't envy Craig in the coming month. I think it's gonna be a tough.
Well, my fuck with for the week was going to be fucking with the opportunity for Jake Wallinger to potentially apologize to Kenley Jansen. Because
I
all
would
I've
never.
heard from you.
I would never.
Dude, he's been pitching
No,
well,
listen,
man.
Fitz,
Come
because
on.
I've said
Come
from the start.
on.
I've said from the start of this year. I said results aside, I hate watching him. It's unpleasant. I don't.
Results have been good, man.
The results have been good, and you know what? Sell high. That's what I have to say about that.
But what if the team is? What if they're a week, like a week and a half away from the trade deadline, and they're say,
I take a
flip of what
good.
they are right now. Say they're like 2-3 games clear of the drop off for a wild
I'll tell
card
you,
spot.
Fitz. I'll tell you. I take a good hard look at Liam Hendriks' medicals, and if they're good, I say Kenley, goodbye.
Okay.
People get Fitz. I'll tell you, GMs get crazy with closers.
They do get desperate
around
You
the
have
trade
mentioned
deadline.
this before, and I do agree.
It's like people. I mean, for a guy that comes in and pitches one inning every couple days, GMs go buck wild for closers around the deadline. And I just think
I do think
especially
the
a
good news
guy
for us is like
400 save.
three
like,
of the four serious contenders, like Dodgers, Phillies, Orioles,
They need a closer.
they need a back end guy.
Yeah.
Like the Orioles bullpen is.
Orioles aren't going to
Putrid.
trade in the division, though. You know.
They might. We traded him Andrew Miller.
I was just gonna say.
I suppose, yeah,
we've done
there
it
are
before.
exceptions to that rule, but
Yeah.
it's just a general rule of thumb.
I mean, it's
You know
not.
what I mean?
To me, moving Kenley in the division isn't like.
Yeah.
Not like we're,
Ooh.
not like we're
Yeah.
trading. It's not like we're trading them Devers.
I suppose, yeah, but I mean,
For a
know what
I
month.
think like anything in the division, like usually it's like, oh, Steven Drew going to New York for Kelly Johnson.
Spooky.
Oh,
What a trade that was.
Crazy.
pulled
Crazy.
that one
Like,
out of the
same
back of your
player,
mind real
fucking same
quick.
player.
You had that
Um,
one ready to go, Liam.
I think
Verdugo.
about it. I think about it all the time.
Verdugo.
Yeah, Verdugo for some bullpen pieces. Like, it's never anything major.
Sure, sure.
But, certainly, the Orioles could be looking for someone to fill the 8th or 9th inning.
I could be
Kenley
convinced
fits
to
that bill.
keep Tyler O'Neill because he's like basically your only righty power bat. I could be convinced to keep Chris Martin because I don't know, I like him. But I think
I do too. on
I think it
multiple
would
fronts.
be I think especially if Hendricks like looks like he's on track to come back and looks okay, I think it really would be smart to trade Kenley.
And look, over this next 2 weeks, if they don't capitalize on this stretch?
Yeah, then it's easy.
It's easier to rip the Band-Aid off and say, okay, you know what? Maybe this isn't the time to push some chips into the middle. Again, I don't want that to sound like a loser mentality, but if they can't take advantage of a stretch against some lower tier competition, if they are still playing this sort of 500 ball, they're still on the outside looking in, that's easier for Craig to say, all right, you know what? We have a lot of young talent coming up. We could take a lot of positives out of this year. We can let this ride out. Maybe they could get hot, but maybe it's not totally worth pushing some chips into the middle if they can't beat up on a fleeting Blue Jays team, Cincinnati that has its ebbs and flows, the Padres that haven't been able to get going the way that they want to go, Miami, which is a mess. You know what I mean? So it's going to become more clear over the next couple of weeks, but it starts now, where that picture starts getting more into focus.
I will say, guys, Kenley, since that blow up against the Rays in the 9th inning on May 16th,
I wanted him dead that day.
7 and 2/3 innings, 1 earned run, 9 Ks.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that 1 earned run, he was still able to lock down the win, no?
Yeah, because there was that. It was
How many walks,
second,
brother? How many walks?
Hold on one sec. I just had it pulled up. Now I closed it.
45. No.
One walk. One walk.
Oh!
He's given up 4 hits, one walk.
Wow.
He's been pitching well.
Um,
And
the
honestly,
fifth is 119. So
we've kind of poked at him a little bit for some of maybe like the attitude coming into the year, this, that, the other, some of the comments.
I stand by that.
Sure, right?
Yeah, it
But
wasn't a great
on
look.
the flip side, you have to give him some credit now after he essentially put himself into the game. He called Core himself, was like, you motherfucker, you put me in the game right now. I'm getting 4 outs. Like, that's cool as hell. You got to tip your cap there. Go ahead, Jake, tip it. Tip the cap. Folks, he did
There it
tip
is.
the cap. He did.
that's as good as an apology. That's as good as an apology as you're going to get.
That's out of Jake. I'd say that's about all you can get. That's all you can ask for.
You're not getting any more than that.
A salute to service from Jake. Kevin Jansen.
Don't push your luck with Wallinger there. So, all right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, some more fuckwits and some don't fuckwits over the past week of Red Sox baseball. Stick around. Pod on Lansdowne will be back after this. Let me double check that we don't have any. I don't think we have any voicemail. So, hi, whoever's watching. It's probably Jonah.
Who goes there?
Yeah.
Show yourself.
We're back. Pawn on Lansdowne, Jake Fitz and Liam here. Talking Sox, a little bit of Celtics to start the show, but mainly Sox. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you most certainly can. We'd love to shoot the shit with you about the Sox or a little bit with the Celtics. The show is at Pod on Lansdowne. Myself is at Fitzy Mopena on the Bird app, while Jake is at Jake Wallinger. Liam is at Liam Fennessy _. If you also want to shoot the shit with us over the phone, you most certainly can. We have a voicemail line. We would love to feature your questions and or comments on the show. To do so, you can call Jake.
Okay. 617
Good start.
420 24 32.
Oh my God, Jake.
Which one did I fuck up?
So
Where?
he was so close.
617
He was so close.
Yeah.
420 2431.
2431.
I really thought you were
What
going to
did
get
I
He was
say?
so close. You
32.
said 3-2.
Oh, okay.
It's
That
because
was-
you know this has been. I've been quizzing you on this for like a month or two.
So the key is the when you ask me and then when you tell me what I got wrong, that's the extent of my research every time. I don't come in with anything more than that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because it's been a
That's
month or
real.
two of this,
That's-
dude.
that's
and
real
it's,
as fuck.
It's
Yeah.
been a different thing that I think that has been tripping you up each time. I mean, last week
Last week I said my own
a
phone number.
completely different area code. Yeah, you were doxing yourself last
Started
week.
with a 2.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it one day, but that day is not today. So the number
right.
again is 617-420-2431 to be featured on the show. Liam, my friend, what are you fucking with this week?
As I am pulling up his numbers, I don't think it's a surprise. I feel like this isn't going to be any groundbreaking news here, but Cedar Rafaela, my friend.
Sure
City.
thing.
Yes, let me pull up this month. So far in June, he is 20 for 57, a home run, 7 RBIs, 3 walks. 3 walks, boys. That's big.
Woo!
The triple slash is
Watch
351, 383, 439 for an OPS of 822. So he's hitting the ball hard. I don't have the exit velo lately pulled up, and I know that BABIP is extremely high and unsustainable, but it's nice to see him put together good at bats lately, and he's making a difference on the base paths too. We saw it the entire Yankee series, so nice to see him. Kind of putting on a show. If we even just go back to the second game of the Phillies series through now, if I can get Baseball Reference to cooperate.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Sorry, man. I'm the stat
You're
guy.
want to talk about the internet connection today, Jake.
Here we go.
completely dropped.
In his-
Completely dropped.
In his last 6 games, not counting tonight, Tuesday's game, his triple slash is 591, 625, .818 for an OPS of 1400.
I'd say that
It's got a home run, 2 doubles, 13 hits, 6 runs scored, 2 walks, and what are the stolen bases? They don't have them pulled out? No, they don't have them here. But he's got a couple. So,
and then
folks,
that paired with the defense, that I feel like it's every other night, guys. He's making some sort of stellar play.
no, last night or Monday night in Toronto too.
Yep.
Incredible sinking line drive.
It's lazy to make the comparison to JBJ, but it's true. It's like he makes these impossible catches. He makes them look pretty easy. It looks like he's doing it effortlessly. It's excellent. And right from the get-go, we have been saying, and again,
He's got that cannon too. He hasn't really had to show it off yet, but
right? Yeah.
last night, was it last night? 2 nights ago? I don't remember now, but he had Turner. Oh, it had to be last night. He had Turner fucking dead to rights at third, and Hamilton cut it off for some reason. It was like in the second inning, but it was a cannon.
Hamilton gets a slide. He's been playing very well.
No, he does. He does.
But
it
no,
was a
it's been a joy. And even if he's giving you something with the lumber, just something, just a little bit
Something.
here and there.
I'm telling you, it's JBJ all over again. Just give me league average bat. I mean, he's way more dynamic on the base paths than JBJ ever was. I mean,
that was my
those
favorite
2
thing about
games against the
JBJ is he
Yankees,
couldn't run at all, but he was
he
somehow
but somehow he
yeah.
covered so much fucking ground, made
Yeah.
no sense.
Well, it was his reaction in the field. That
But even
was-
still,
and the
that's
routes.
crazy to be
Yeah.
like. Usually, a Gold Glove defender comes with speed,
Some
like
speed.
Right,
most
yeah.
of the time.
I think maybe like that his All-Star year in 16, he might have had like 20 stolen bases, but yeah. Really. I gotta say though, when Raphael is hot and he's turning the lineup over to Duran, who's also hot,
it's special.
folks, that gets me hot and bothered. We're fast. This might be the fastest Red Sox team in my life. They're leading the league in stolen bases, leading the league in triples. These are not your father's Red Sox.
When
folks.
Seti connects, man, he makes a count. That's what I love. He really
He
makes
really
a count,
does. Swings hard, man, just in case you hit it.
right? That's not the worst strategy in the world. But no, Seti's been excellent. To have that up the middle as you continue to build out this core. Again, defense is built up the middle. You're going to have Teal coming up. You have Marcelo, him patrolling, whether it's somewhere in the middle infield or you just stick him in center field full time, whatever it ends up being. It's going to be nice having him around. So that's
it is. I think it's probably also helping that we haven't moved him around a bunch this month. He's played short. He's made an appearance at shortstop 3 times. He's started 1 game there. So I think being in center field for 90% of the time is probably definitely helping him too. Just like settle in.
Well, he'll be back at short next week.
Yeah. Now that D-Ham, God rest his soul.
Well,
It didn't sound serious. It didn't sound serious.
Well, I was saying because of Willier coming back.
Oh yeah, that's true. Then the outfield gets crowded again.
Yeah. Well, D-Ham can play second. What is D-Ham?
Yeah, I would rather. Have
I'm
D-Ham
doing
at
air
second.
quotes
As-
right now for the listeners, but what is he better at? Like, which is his preferred spot?
I think your best defensive alignment is
It's Seti at short.
Seti at short and
Yeah.
D-Ham at second.
All
I mean,
right.
for D-Ham's credit, he's really turned it around over at short.
Well,
I mean,
a little.
It's not like
we thought it was on
wasn't
the
like
verge of being
not
a
like April or
disaster.
May anymore.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean it's a low bar to clear.
He's
but
very
he-
competent.
yeah,
He's competent, which is
Okay.
all I ask. Which is all I
just
ask.
be fine. But we thought it was going to be a train wreck. Up the middle. It was like,
disaster.
jeez. But no, he's turned it around, and then obviously what he's been doing with the bat has been spectacular too. David Hamilton.
I
could
think I
legitimately-
said it last week. Like, it's just nice to see somebody develop right in front of our eyes. That's
Right?
fun. That's
He
cool.
could legit be a dude on this team, even
Pause.
if he's not playing. Hey now,
Yep, them young boys is coming.
what'd you say, Chuck?
What'd you say, Chuck? Hey, is Vaughn Grissom alive? What's
I think we got an update on him today. Let me
That's a
see.
good question.
I think that one. You know what? Dump it. No.
Let me see. I think
No.
Cotillo
I'm
maybe had an
just
update on
playing.
him.
But frankly, I don't know where he's going to get playing time now. Once Willier comes back and pushes Seti to short, because I'll tell you what, I'm not taking David Hamilton out of the lineup for Vaughn Grissom.
Here's Cotillo 2 hours ago. Hamilton is okay and will play tomorrow, so Wednesday. Abreu is DHing in Worcester tonight. Grissom hasn't progressed much.
Can he just go to
Okay.
Worcester? Like he has options, right?
Who,
I mean,
Grissom?
what-
Yeah, we could just hold him down there.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
23.
we
He's
may as
23.
well. I don't. It's not with. I don't.
And I mean,
right now, I
Valdez
don't-
has been a man on fire right now too.
Yeah, that too. So then you got two guys that I want playing before Grissom. Yeah, sorry,
Valdez
sorry,
has been
pal.
insane.
Fitz, thoughts on that?
with Giannis'
You're awfully
consistent.
quiet over there.
I'm just letting, to quote Henry Hill, I'm just listening. You
just
guys
listening.
are cooking right now. Let it
I'm
happen.
just sipping the tea.
I just
But yeah, how do you take? Yeah, right. Yeah, no, you need to miss me with that.
thirsty mayo ass.
Not what I heard. No, sis, you're wrong.
The tea has been spilled.
Yeah, right. How do you take the bat out of Valdez's hands right now? I mean, he's
Or David Hamilton.
or Hamilton, exactly. I think that they're both hitting considerably over 300. I believe
they're both
both producing.
well above average
Yeah,
bats right
Let
now.
them play.
You got Von Grissom who has Von Grissom has one extra base hit.
In Minnesota, we'll
yeah,
never
Minnesota.
forget. We'll never
It was a
forget.
smooth double, to be fair. into the
sure
power.
was.
It was very smooth as butter.
What do I fuck with, Fitz?
Yeah, what do you fuck
ask?
with? I was just about to ask you.
I was gonna say David Hamilton, but I'm not. We just kind of did that. Zach Kelly.
Yeah.
Yes. Getting out of that
Balls.
jam.
Holy
balls,
fuck,
Kelly.
Zach
Unbelievable.
Kelly. That was sick. You know, and listen, I wish there was a way to quantify this because I've seen many a noble tiger in my day, but I don't know if I've seen a noble tiger that was also a 3-0 count to start out the noble tiger.
That's the noblest of tigers.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you? That's insane. It helped that Glaber swung at two of the worst balls I've ever seen in my fucking life. In that at bat, I mean the I think it was the first strike. The first strike was whatever. He swung at a terrible pitch to get one of his strikes there, and then he got. I'm not sure who was the second strikeout, and then he got a flyout, and it was magical. And
Massive.
that saved the game. And then we scored like 5 runs after that. But he's a real piece, Zach Kelly, and that's awesome to see. Because Liam, we were actually at the game last year where he got hurt and missed almost like the entire season.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah,
Was that during the Angels series?
it was like
like
one of the
marathon
first
weekend?
series. Yeah, it was early. So good for him. He really looks like a legit piece out of the pen.
Pumped coming off the mound too. Love to see.
I love
Yeah.
that.
See
I
that
love
energy.
that.
Yeah, the pens. I got no qualms with the bullpen. I have to say, it's if
Well, besides Kenley.
well, all right. No, I just if Craig has done one thing, he identified some good arms.
Yes.
Well, Kelly
Hey,
wasn't his
sixth
move.
lowest ERA in the league, man.
Our bullpen.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
The
about
sample
that?
size is getting big enough where you
That's
can
pretty
call
good.
this legit.
Wow. All right. Yeah. Fuck
Nice.
with Zach Kelly. That was awesome, and he's a real good piece out there. So fuck with Zach Kelly. Thank you.
Well, there you
Thank
go. There you go. That was a good one.
I will say, just to circle back to Valdez real quick to give him his flowers. Since he got called back up on May 29th, he's hitting 342, 432, 737 for an OPS, nearly at 1,200.
That's pretty good.
3 home runs, 13 RBIs, 6 walks.
I
six-
saw.
six
That's Juan
doubles.
Soto at home, baby.
I saw a tweet
I-
that
You're telling me.
it was comparing last year and this year, and it was like the start of the year, and then he gets sent to AAA, and then when he comes back, like
Is that a thing? Is it a trend?
Yes, he sucks the first set, and then when he gets called back up from Worcester, he mashes. It's happened 2 years in a row now. So I don't know, something there, maybe.
Maybe just a slow
Maybe
starter.
once he gets cold, send him down. Send him down again.
Yeah.
Then bring him back up.
If only he had unlimited options, you could just hack that. You know what I mean?
That's the new money ball. Sending
It is.
Valdez down to
Infinite
AAA.
1,000 OPS hack. It's like save scumming in a video game. You just keep sending him down using option. What's up, YouTube? This is Fitz here. I'm going to give you the ultimate Emmanuel Valdez hack. So what do you want to do? You want to
James
go
from
into your
Idaho.
roster?
Hey, James from Idaho.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Heard you're a big Wembley fan.
Fitz, you watched this week?
I have not watched this.
Oh,
yet.
it's a really good episode. I was telling
I'm
you
off
about
work
it last
tomorrow. Hope everyone enjoys their day off if they have it for Juneteenth. But I'll probably be
Ooh.
watching it tomorrow. Their bit of characters talking crazy and then transitioning into normal conversational voices
Yeah, the
never
arguments
misses.
they have.
Never misses.
The Dr.
right?
Psychotic one's really good.
Yeah. If Vanessa's over and we're trying to watch it.
This is my thing. This is what I do.
What's his name? Doug? Like Doug Psychotic is his
Doug.
name?
Yeah.
God, what a program.
Hello, my daddies. Hello, my two daddies.
The Pot on Lansdowne bingo card. If you have a Smiling Friends reference on it, you can go ahead and check that off. What are we not fucking with?
Ooh.
Who wants to start that off? I know what I'm not
I
fucking
mean,
with, but I'm
I've got
curious.
mine. I've got mine ready.
All right, let's hear it.
It is easy for me. I've been fired up about this.
Oh
Oh.
boy.
All-star fan voting.
Oh.
Let's
It's
talk
gotta
about
go.
it.
Well, which?
It's gotta
oh, it's
go.
gotta
Let's
go.
hear it.
Okay, that's how
It's
I feel
gotta
too.
go.
That's
Yeah,
how
It's
I feel
gotta
too.
go. I think
Democracy was a mistake.
Absolutely.
there
fits
should be like a
100%.
player vote for like the 26th man.
I agree. Oh, you mean a fan vote? You mean a fan vote?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Sorry. Like
Yeah.
the players
Yeah,
should
that's fine.
decide the first 25 guys, and then
Also,
fans get to
players.
vote in the
I don't
final
give a
guy.
fuck. You know, not to
The players are just going to do the same
let the
thing. They're just
writers
gonna
do
vote for
it.
them, right?
Not that the baseball writers are some benevolent group, but they're smarter than fans. I can tell you.
Yeah, I mean, Jaron Duran, third in B WAR among outfielders, and he's not even in the top.
He's
20
ninth in
outfield voting.
baseball. He's
Meanwhile,
ninth in baseball.
Did I see
It's
correctly as well
outrageous.
on the flip side of that? Obviously, we want to see Duran in the All-Star game, and he's deserving of that. Did I see correctly that Grissom was 10th in the AL in second base voting?
That's correct. That's correct.
Like,
Oh, that's good for him.
guy, we were just talking about
and it's-
Grissom if
the-
he's alive.
It's that bullshit. Like they give you the when you log in
50
to vote, it
votes
gives
a
you like the
day or some
template of like
shit.
whoever like whatever the league has your like depth chart set at, like those are like the default guys. So I just don't understand. I'm tired of it. I'm done, quite frankly. Jordan
Understand.
Westberg over Devers
Yeah,
at third right now.
Yeah,
Let's be serious.
People get worked up over it every year. Like, Red Sox fans, they don't vote, and frankly, I think this is gonna sound what's the word I'm looking for here? Maybe annoying, maybe pompous. I think Red Sox fans are like generally too smart to vote to All-Star.
to care
Yeah.
about also.
Like, I think it-
yes.
Like I genuinely in my heart, I think
Leave
most
that
Red
to
Sox
the
fans are like
to the folks in Kansas City when they had their
yeah.
was it 15 when they
It's
had
like
their
it's
entire
all of them in
fucking-
Mike
this,
Trout.
this shit's for those little baby-brained mid-market fans. Like, let's get Omar Infante as the starting second baseman. Like, fuck off. I'm not wasting my time. This shouldn't be my problem, is how I feel. Like,
Alcides Escobar.
Let someone else
leading
handle
off
this.
the All-Star game.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with it.
and
Bring back the
frankly,
paper
and
ballots.
not for
I don't
nothing.
I don't trust those online ballots.
Not for
I need the
nothing.
mail-in.
I think most of the time, the starting nine ends up being like pretty close to what it should be.
Yeah.
like most of the time. Of course, that Royals year, throw that one out. But yeah, it's just like I cannot bring myself to care about it. Every year, people get all up in arms, and it's just like I don't know. We're all gonna die, you know. I've got
Sun's gonna blow up.
explode.
I've got so many more things I could. Well, here's one thing. You know, I care about the games that actually fucking matter. There's that.
All-Star game doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean
anymore.
anything now. It's cool, like it's fun, but it's
I like the All-Star game.
no. I do.
I
I,
know,
do
I do.
too.
I love the
I'm
MLB
just
All-Star
saying,
game.
like it is ultimately meaningless. I don't know. It's stupid. I get pissed off about this every single year.
I think I've mentioned this. Well, first of all, Liam, I did want to bring up the paper ballots. That did not go unnoticed. I used to love the paper ballots, just like punching
Oh,
little holes in
I
with a toothpick.
have a bunch of the old ones back home.
They
I think
should
the
do
last-
that.
the-
They
the
should
last
bring
time
that
they did
back.
it, I think was like 2013 or 2014.
They should do that because then you know what it's like. You can also it's like class warfare. Then poor people can't vote because you have to go to the game to do it.
Return a revival in physical media. Yeah, right? Vinyls are making a comeback and paper
Yeah.
ballots for the All-Star game.
Yeah, it's like
We're gonna become-
you want to get Omar Infante in? Go to the game. Pay
We're
the
gonna
money.
become
the game.
Roman Empire return guys.
Yes.
For the All-Star.
For the All-Star voting, yeah, I'm down.
Make it matter and use paper ballots only.
Well,
Um,
pause on the make it matter. I actually don't want it.
No,
to
I'm just
matter.
saying that. I don't. I think the home field advantage thing was just a stupid gimmick. I do think that, but I just wanted to keep
Hey.
the return thing.
07-13.
Oh yeah.
I suppose, but
Thank you, American League All Stars.
just as a
Or I guess,
base.
oh no, not 04, but no.
Yeah.
When did they start that? 03?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, after they tied in 02, they started.
Yes. Okay.
Because
So,
Bud
yeah, it
Selig
would've
had to
been-
didn't
yeah,
Bud
so
Selig he had to go on like
04,
a PA
07,
and be like,
13.
guys, we have to call it here. Like,
Yeah.
we only have the venue rented out until 11. We can't-
That's crazy. A Bud Selig behind home plate. What a scene.
Cops are shutting us down, man. Everybody scatter. It's like it's Bud Selig throwing a house party. Before we transition off the topic, just because I'm thinking of it, do you guys like the rule that every team gets at least one player? Because I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Like,
that's
and-
solid.
and
especially when it pissed me off when the game did matter. Now that the game doesn't matter, I'm totally fine with it.
I was gonna say I think it gets a little hairy for the other for basketball and hockey, just because the rosters are really small. But I think for baseball, it's great.
Agreed. Yes. Yeah.
Like hockey and basketball, a lot of good guys get shafted. Actually,
Yeah.
basketball might not have it. It might.
I don't think basketball does, because you can only have like 12 guys on the team.
Yeah, right.
So-
Hockey definitely does have it, and it causes problems sometimes.
I see. Well, I like it for baseball.
I like it too, Fitz. I like it
Every
too, Fitz.
fan base has a reason to tune
The
in.
Mets should send Grimace.
I
would
mean,
be
he
great.
is
He's their
reviving
Grimace will be the
team.
Mets representative. The Campfire S'mores Milkshake will be the White Sox representative. It'd be great.
That's a good bit. You know what? That's actually a really good bit leading up into the All-Star game. To like, we could go through and
That's what I've been seeing White Sox fans say it already. They're like, we're sending the Campfire Milkshake.
because every team has like an instance of that. You know
Who's
what
us?
I mean?
The sausage for the Twins or whatever it was. What was it? Sausage.
It was something like that. Yeah, I
The
forget
winning
off the top
the
of my
winning
head.
streak food, Liam, that was in their dugout. What was it?
Oh yeah, the like, I don't. Yeah, just the weird like
It was meat.
single
It was
sausage.
a type of
Yeah.
meat. What do you guys before Fitz? I know you just said this, but again, before we move off the topic, who do you think will end up as the Sox All Stars? If you had to say right now.
Devers.
Yep. How?
I think Houck has to be in there.
Yeah.
What did you say Duran was right now, Liam?
Well, the fan
He's
voting
not even in the
doesn't.
top 20.
The fan
Okay.
voting doesn't matter after the
fuck?
starting nine, right?
I think that's true. I think it's
Like so, then
on
they
a-
just put in.
at their discretion they can
Yeah.
add.
All right, so fuck it. I'll say.
think.
I'll say Duran.
I do think Duran gets in. Yeah.
Three's a lot for a team that is currently outside of the postseason.
Remember the
I
golden
mean,
years.
Tanner Houck might be the second American League pitcher to come in.
after Skubal, right?
Yeah, it's going to be Skubal, Burns, Houck. That might be your first 3 innings for the American League.
Remember the golden years when we would send like 8 guys,
Oh,
like
special.
like 07, 08?
21, we sent a bunch of guys too. It was crazy.
What did we send in 18?
I think 5.
5.
5
Yeah.
sounds right.
16
I'll
we
say
sent a lot, too.
Devers and Houck.
16. was crazy. Stephen Wright making that
16. I
team.
think we had 4 guys starting the game, didn't we?
Jackie started.
It was Jackie,
Yeah,
Mookie,
Jackie,
Xander,
Bogaerts,
and Ortiz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oof.
that was crazy.
We had it all, man.
And hey, before we transition off the topic, Jake, as a reminder, what was it? 3 people in '99 for the Red Sox?
Yes, Fitz.
Offerman along Pedro Nomar.
Well, Offerman didn't start, but yes.
Yeah, but he made. And speaking of the 1999 All-Star Game,
Oh.
another reminder to follow at Pot on Lansdowne on Twitter, because over the next couple of days, we're gonna have a nice little thing cooking regarding the 1999 All-Star Game. You guys are gonna want to check that out.
Do you want to use the word for what it is or no?
The one that starts with a G
Yeah.
and ends in an giveaway?
Yeah, I think maybe you should say that word.
I don't think I'm gonna say that.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't want to say the G giveaway.
Okay,
word
that's fine.
just yet.
No, I get it.
But follow along. You're gonna want to take a look this weekend. That's all I'm gonna say about that. At Pot on Lansdowne on Twitter. Anyways, Jake, what are you not fucking with this week?
Didn't I just say what I wasn't fucking with?
Did you?
I don't know. Did anyone?
Liam said he wasn't fucking
Yeah, I said
with.
Sebi.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll say it again. I think I said it last week. Brian Bayo, fuck off. I'm so sick of this. I tweeted this. I'm almost at like Phantom IL point with him. Like they got to figure something out. You can't. It's not. He's not right, or I don't know. Maybe he is. He's worse than last year. What's going on?
Let that money get to his head.
Hey, he got the bag and he forgot how to act.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, you want to rally around a guy, still young. You don't want this to, to get in his head, and he's going to be here for the long haul. So you got to make sure he's right. But it's. I'm trying my best to stay.
His ERA
level-headed
is
about
5.
it. I know.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's not good. I mean, holy fuck! Thank God, Houck and Cutter stepped up this year. We'd be in trouble. I don't know. It's bad. He's bad. I don't know what else to say. They gotta. I mean, I did this last week, the whole thing, but yeah, Brian Bayo. I extremely disappointing 2.5 months so far. No other way to put it.
Can't argue it.
It could just end up being a blip. That's 2 straight starts of not making it through the 5th.
Yeah.
4 2/3 against the Yankees.
It's like last year. We've moved on from that garbage.
You know what?
As the Red Sox.
I feel like we've touched upon it a little bit over these last, because I feel like this is like the 3rd straight week we've had Bayo in some capacity.
I'm sure.
Guys, it's the walks.
Yeah, he's walking a lot of guys. I mean, not that, but he's also giving home runs. A lot of home runs.
Yeah, the gopher ball, because I mean, he's still forcing enough ground balls over the course of the year. I don't know what the rate is off the top of my head, but when he's not missing enough bats, which is, again, not to sound like a broken record, that's just not part of his profile. He's not going to miss a ton of bats. He's not going to get a ton of guys consistently to go down by way of the K. But when you take all that into account with the gopher balls and then with the walks, guys, last 5 starts dating back to May the 22nd at Tampa, 6 innings, 4 walks. At Baltimore, 5 innings, 2 walks. Okay. 6 1/3 against Detroit, 3 walks. 4 2/3 over the last 2 starts on the south side against the Yankees. Both of those 3 walks. The whip is up to 140.
Ooh.
And an even 5 ERA. We could talk about the homers and stuff like that, but he's letting way too many guys off the hook with the walks. That's maddening. That only exacerbates
If you're giving up
issues.
home runs in their solo shots, so be it.
That's
But
baseball in 2024.
let him beat you. Let him beat you. I think that's the most maddening part of
It's
it.
the matter. It's when the walks then build upon everything else, and then you let the game out of hand. In that regard, I need to see. Maybe it just starts from there. Maybe it's reining in the new sinker, which I know he's been trying to incorporate, but hasn't exactly gone to plan to this point. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe maybe a Phantom IL thing is something that they have to do. It's just
not for nothing.
And I don't have the answer to him.
Not for nothing. If he
concerning.
stinks his next start, perfect timing. They just sent Chriswell down. They could bring Chriswell right back if they Phantom IL him. If he sucks his next start, I think it is really something.
Which he is set for Wednesday night.
You have to consider.
The day you're listening to this, potentially, he's set for that Wednesday start in Toronto. So we'll see. But we would love to be, have egg on our face after this. But yeah, it's getting concerning. It's getting concerning.
Yeah.
No biting.
No
No
biting.
walking, okay?
No biting,
Brian?
okay.
You know Daddy hates walking.
It's Jason Fitz is his name, and actually he's in the new episode.
Yeah, I saw the preview with the
Yeah.
Charlie and Alan talking about the numb on the nose in the first episode.
Numb.
Let me tell you what, gents.
Oh,
Let's take a quick step aside,
okay.
and when we return, I will tell you, yes, you, what I am not fucking with.
All right.
How about that?
I'm ready
Sound
for
like
it.
a plan?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Let's do that. We'll be back after this.
Numb.
Numb.
Oh, watch some hockey after this.
We're back. Pawn on Lansdowne, Jake Fitz and Liam. Final segment of the show. Any guesses of what I'm not fucking with this week?
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
Rapid fire. Come on.
It was I'm trying to remember our 2 losses. Like what went south there.
I don't know. Not re-signing Kyle Schwarber.
Both of you are wrong. I am not fucking with the fact that there is a real non-0% possibility down the line that Tristan Casas simply retires and becomes a full-time media guy because the guy clearly has the knack for it.
He loves the mic.
He loves
He
the
loves
mic.
the mic. It's actually crazy when they cut back from the commercial break and he was just holding it. Like,
He literally was up there like
He
doing
was
a
just-
set. It was the funniest thing I've ever
Doing a
seen.
tight five.
He was doing a tight five.
Now
No,
listen,
that was awesome.
Everyone saw on Sunday night. It was, I mean, the story about his dad getting arrested because he didn't want to field and how that taught him a very valuable lesson, and he wanted to bring it up on Father's Day. Like, that's hilarious. Him having his conversation with Bayo, how Kenley said he's hogging the mic too much. Excellent. That was great. Some people yelling about, "Oh, get this guy off the television." But shut up. He's awesome. He's the man. What made my heart smile as well, because it's not on a national broadcast, not as many people saw it, it was just on Nesson. Him on Friday night, going through Jaren Duran's stats of why he needs to be in the All-Star game.
He
Tristan
wasn't
could be
even reading anything. How does he know
Yeah,
those
exactly.
numbers?
His head.
He could be on the show. He could be our fourth co-host. He's just rattling off.
ripping.
He's like third in barrel rate, fourth in OPS among all AL outfielders. He was a human walking savant page, and the entire time I'm like, this dude is fucking spitting right now. Does he sit there and read the blue and red website just like us every single day, except that he's actually playing the game? That's amazing.
I love him.
100%.
I love him so much. I miss him dearly.
Oh, of course. And I wrote this in the Brushback blog that came out Monday. Shit like this is genuinely endearing, and it gives you a reason to root and support a guy like that. We've been looking for that, especially post Mookie trade, for like guys like, okay, like we need someone to attach to and to get emotionally invested in. Stuff like that, just the little shit, even when he's hurt, coming with these moments and just being a riot on TV. It sounds corny, but it's true. It adds to his endearment. I love him for it. I love that, but I'm not fucking with the fact that he could just he could realize, hey, I don't have to go through the physical toll of being a professional athlete. I can make a ton of money just sitting here shooting the shit.
I think he loves the game though. He just loves.
He genuinely does. Yeah, in all
Yeah.
seriousness,
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think
you don't rattle off.
Let him do both. Let him do
You
both.
don't rattle off ex-Woba stats on a Friday night
Yeah.
about your buddy if you don't love the game.
He's coming for Jemai's job. You're going to start doing mid-inning.
Yeah,
hits.
let him just do the. Let him just do the.
Put him in the
sideline.
camera well when he's out.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. No, he's the best. Yeah, they better get an extension done because
I need it.
Mm-hmm.
I need
I need it. I need
I
it.
need it. We need it. I need it. Yeah, love him.
So yeah, Tristan Casas.
Yeah.
Are the Red Sox winning right now?
No,
It's
we are
2-1,
losing.
bottom of the fourth. Okay.
And who's up right now?
What?
Looks at 63
Hefty,
pitches.
hefty boy. Alejandro
Hey guys,
Kirk.
let's do some prospect talk. I've got a little prospect talk
Oh,
for
prospect talk? You
you.
can do prospect
All of a sudden, ho hum, we might have another top 100 guy.
Mm-hmm.
This Christian Campbell character.
talk. Tell me about him, Jake.
Fitz, he's fucking good. That's what I'll tell you. He
They're all pretty good if they're in the minors.
he just was called up to Portland. He is a I don't even know what position he plays.
So on BREF, it has him listed primarily as a second baseman, but it also says center field and left field. So
Okay, so he's Sadon.
Yeah.
But he's hitting the absolute shit out of the ball. He's been in Double A for like 2 weeks. He's hitting .415. He hits a bomb like every game. He's came out of nowhere, kind of. He's 22, or no, excuse me. He'll be 22 in a week. And god damn it, we might have a big 4 on our hands. Hate to say it.
Love that. Fantastic Four.
I hate to say it. And he's a righty, so that could be
Yeah, you need the right. Yeah,
That's
that could be
helpful.
big for him. Yeah.
although that's off-brand. If he's going to be the new addition to that big three product, he has to be a lefty. That's like the initiation to the club. That's your
okay.
blood oath. You have to be a lefty at the plate.
All right,
so
so that's tough then.
unfortunately, no room at the end for him. It seems like when it comes to the big prospects. But no, seriously, I mean, to have that, it's a testament to the development of the team because Anthony, going into the start of last year, how many people had him on his radar, and he's developed into this massively important piece of the future. You would assume there's been some good development down on the farm, and whoever's running that ship down there, the general farm director and the farm team, they deserve some props because you're seeing it with some pitchers and you're now seeing it with the bats as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I need that. You want to build a sustainable winner, and we have taken some time to, I don't want to say criticize that line of thinking, but like kind of pick into it will be by pointing out that like, well, no, we actually haven't built a consistent winner. Talking about that is all well and good, but having guys come through the system and develop and potentially being, like you mentioned, top 100 guys, that's part of it. So they deserve some credit on that front. The people who largely go unnoticed, I would say, people who are largely nameless within the organization. They're not the big head honchos of the front office, but here they are developing. Another piece for that could be one for the future.
I got a nugget for you regarding
Oh.
Christian.
Okay, let's hear it.
Drafted in 23, 4th round, compensation pick for Xander Bogaerts leaving.
Ooh.
Really?
Did Heim cook?
Did
Heim's
Heim
final
cook?
gift?
Yeah, right.
That probably literally was his final,
Change
one
the
of his
world.
final gifts,
My
right?
final message.
Final message.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like, when was he?
I mean-
I don't think did he make any trades after that?
Draft would have been mid-June.
What did we?
No,
I don't
we-
even remember what we did at the deadline last year. Anything?
We didn't trade
Anyone?
Paxton. I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've got Campbell's write-up on Sox prospects here. It says potential high-end organizational player, ceiling of utility player, but I think that's mostly because in their write-up about his defense, it still says unclear where his long-term defensive home is, but he has the athleticism to profile in the outfield. So maybe that's where they keep him long-term. Yeah, run plus speed shows both on the bases and in the field. We're
Even
running.
if he is
Folks,
a
we're
utility
running.
guy, right?
We're running.
If he's a utility guy that you can swap in, get Roman off of his feet or Jaron off of his feet for a day, whatever it is, DH him when you need to. If he's got that bat under team control for some time, you need that depth on the bat. This season alone, a season where they're not this huge contender for a championship, but you've seen the proof in these first couple of months that depth is very, very important. Not that, I mean, that's obvious, of course, but you're seeing that proof and concept right now. So to have that on the bench potentially down the line, 100% sign me up for that, even if he's not starting.
I love good players.
150 games.
I love good players that
I do.
that are going to play for my team.
It's very bold of you to say that on the record.
And
while
hey,
we're
and I
recording.
think when's the draft? Like next week?
It's
think it
before
is.
it's before the All-Star game, right?
So we'll get another good player.
Oh, that's right. They do that at the All-Star
Plural.
break now. Forgot about
Plural.
that.
But yeah, I just wanted to remark on him because I've been seeing his name pop up a lot on the on X.com, the everything app.
It's what's happening.
It's what's happening. But I just, sometimes it's just nice to look at the boys down on the farm and say, I'm coming. Them young boys coming.
Would you say, Chuck?
Also, shout out Nick York.
Yeah, he's hitting well in
similar
Worcester, too.
similar to Campbell. He got called up to Worcester. Suddenly, the hit tool is back. 11
Yeah.
games. The
They need to
slash
call
line's
that boy
405,
Kyle up.
515. I'm ready for it. I'm
Kyle's
ready
got
for
like
it.
nearly 1,000 OPS in Portland.
We got to make a trip up to over to Worcester.
Out
when-
west. Go west, young
when all-
man.
When all the when all
Manifest
the
destiny.
babies are up. Yeah. When
Can I say
all
that?
the youngins are there swinging, we need to
Sure.
we need to
I think
do
so.
something there.
I don't know. I think Manifest Destiny is. I don't think people
I
aren't
mean, it's
fucking
not
with
good.
it anymore.
It's not
Yeah.
good, but it happened.
It did happen.
Yeah,
It was
sure
a thing.
did. Sure did. You guys want to do some history talk to finish it off?
I was gonna talk
Oh,
about
okay.
something else, but we could do history talk. Because are we done with baseball related things?
I think so. I
Well,
just
I
don't
meant-
really
have
much else.
saying Manifest Destiny.
We
kinda
did a
got
strong
me.
hour or
I
so
was
of
kind
it.
of thinking about history now.
You can talk. What era of history is on your mind?
I'm a big mid-century America guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Mid 20th, like 40s, like post World War II is I think the most interesting time in American history.
Korean warhead.
Well,
The atomic age.
yeah, I mean everything. all my like 3 of my favorite movies are all set in right around then.
Which ones? Well, Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, JFK, and The Irishman.
There you go.
all-
Some McCarthyism. You want to get into some McCarthyism?
maybe,
within,
maybe,
Congress?
maybe.
Good night and good luck.
Ooh,
Another
we
good
should
movie,
we
by the
should call the wave of prospects the Red Scare.
way. That
Just throwing it
sounds
out
like a
there.
T-shirt
There's
idea.
something
Hint,
there.
hint.
There's something there.
Um,
There's something there.
That sounds like a T-shirt
The
idea.
Red Scare.
The Red
Red
Scare.
Scare.
Well,
They're coming.
The Red Scare podcast.
Yeah,
so
the
we're
Red
gonna
Scare.
change
That's what I was gonna say. We change our name.
And we should probably stay away from that. No. But
We should all put on the vocal fry that she has. Tristan Casas.
yeah, right. Glottal fry.
Somebody retweeted a video of Dasha talking about one of the new Charlie XCX album. By the way, wowzers!
Put a pin in that.
Oh, okay, I'll put a pin in that.
Put a pin in that.
They retweeted the video, like a clip of her talking about it on the podcast, and I actually, speaking as somebody with an excellent voice, I don't know how people listen to Dasha for like an hour every week or whatever. Like that, her voice is so.
That's my
insane.
thing with YouTube people too, because just the same cadence, consistent. That
Yeah,
someone
that's
pointed
terrible.
it out once, called it a Fortnite accent, and I think
Yeah.
that's the perfect way to.
What are we?
Number
what are we doing with
15.
Yeah.
Number 15.
Baby Gronk, rizzed up Livy,
Yeah.
and like it's all like there are some certain
Dirty brown water.
dirty brown water. Yeah, I'm spraying him. Yeah. Like there are, I'm sure
Nom.
there are plenty of good ideas, for sports YouTube or any sort of YouTube, like 25-minute, 30-minute like video essays essentially. And I'm sure the writing on it is very good, but there are some I get like 2 minutes into it, and I'm like, this is just the same cadence over and over again. Sounds like AI is reading this in the
There's nothing
Fortnite
better than
accent.
finding a
Can't do
good
it.
YouTube video or a good YouTube person that also has a great voice.
Yeah, knows how to talk.
Huge.
They're not just
Huge.
they're
Like,
not just talking like this. Every single point
Yeah.
is read like this.
Well,
Every
That's like
single
the
one.
high school. That's like a high school.
Yeah, the high school graduate.
speech.
If
Yeah.
you would have told me 4 years ago.
that we would be here.
And then it's always in all seriousness.
Oxford's
But for
dictionary
real.
defines graduation as
Or it's like, and Miss Smith's cookies that she would bring in. Do you guys have good valedictorian speeches?
Yeah,
Mine
I
were
don't even-
mine
I
were
don't even
actually
remember mine.
not bad. The two, or what?
I can't- the fact that I
I
can't
remember.
recall them off the top of my head. I mean, they
That's
weren't
not a
bad.
great sign.
They weren't bad, right? They were solid, I suppose.
Fitz, how many people give speeches at your weddings? At your wedding, singular.
2.
I don't know. Sorry, you didn't get married twice.
Brad,
that we know.
maybe-
That we
don't
know.
right?
We know
Yeah,
of.
don't blow up my spot.
Bartolo
No,
Colon over here.
2? You only had 2 speeches? It was-
you were there.
yeah, I don't remember every minute
We were
detail
in the
of
back
your
corner.
wedding.
We were in the back
Yeah,
corner.
yeah,
Making
barely.
no-
I was
Yeah, they-
barely
no
there.
noise.
They have speakers. It's not like it's not mid-century America like you're talking about there. We have technology. There were
All right,
microphones.
okay.
Maid of honor in Best Man for us. So.
Did anyone vet those speeches?
Not me.
I'm thinking I might have somebody vet the speeches that are going to be given at my wedding.
I don't want to. We don't want to spoil it, but
Like maybe I'll have you guys vet them. Like
Okay.
they gotta go through you.
we'll be the subcommittee on
The
speeches,
POL, the POL committee.
right?
Because-
We'll take a black marker, redact a lot of like.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than when you go online and you see somebody repost like a best man speech or something. He just bombs. It just
Yeah.
sucks.
Tough.
Like
That's tough.
I frankly, I'll be frank. I don't want that at my wedding. Like
My
I
best
don't
man killed it. Shout out to my best man. He was great.
like I don't
As
want.
was the maid of honor as well. They were 2 very good speeches.
Yeah, I remember both being good. But I just like also, you know what? I hate when parents give speeches. They're almost never good. That's a hot take. Thoughts on that?
Hey,
I
come
mean,
on.
they're always giving speeches at weddings.
Oh, grandkids. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
Do you want to know what I was going to bring up in terms of non-baseball stuff?
Was it Charlie XCX?
Well, not that. Do you want?
I've got nothing to say. It's a great fucking album. That's all I got to say.
It's a Brat
Guys,
Summer.
I'll be honest. I haven't listened to it
I
Oh,
in full
damn.
yet.
ain't saying
I've
nothing.
just listened to the singles. That's it. That's all I've got. So
Well, I
far.
hadn't listened to the singles before listening to the album, and that was a grave mistake on my part. But what I was going to say before we do song of the week, because in case you couldn't tell, it's going to be one of those songs on the album for me. Guys, I have been on a over the past week, big social network kick.
Like the movie?
What a picture! Yes.
Oh, sure thing, Fitz. That's one of my top 10 ever.
Listening to the soundtrack, just going back and watching the clips. I watched half of it the other night after a night out. Alex was asleep, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch Social Network, and I only got like halfway through. Right into Sean Parker got introduced. I was like, okay, I'm tired. But
speaking of Timberlake,
what about Timberlake?
Oh, he got arrested.
Oh,
this
you didn't
morning.
say? Yeah.
What?
That mugshot was crazy.
Drunk
His
driving
eyes.
in the Hamptons.
Oh no, JT!
Yeah, it was
I
bad.
did not
There
see
was like
this.
wild amount of drugs in his
It's
blood.
very similar to Sean Parker.
I was gonna
actually.
say,
art,
right?
Art
Yeah.
imitates life a little bit there.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't be
hopefully
stupid
not.
Now, don't lie.
He was with minors in the movie, so hopefully not that. But
What a picture though.
what a picture!
Sorry, my Prada's at the cleaners. Along with my hoodie and my fuck you flip flops.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Pretentious douchebag.
Aaron Sorkin, I think he kind of sucks now, but what a run! Back to back, he cranked out The Social Network and Moneyball. You kidding me?
That's special.
Back to back years? Are you kidding me?
Erica Albright is a bitch.
How could you not be romantic about baseball? I gotta watch Moneyball again.
Yeah, maybe I transition onto that.
I still
after-
got to watch The Town. I got to watch The Town to celebrate. I haven't gotten to it yet.
right.
Yeah.
You didn't do your civic duty.
I thought Joe was robbing Fenway today. Did you guys get the 911 notifications?
Well, that it was busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like all the services down.
Yeah. What are we doing? Song of the week?
Yeah, song of the week. Can I just get mine out of the way?
You want to lead? Yeah.
Von Dutch
Rip
is
it.
the song of the
Okay, I'll take 360 then. I'll take
360
360
is
then.
great. Yep.
I'm
Both by
not
Charlie
sure.
XCX.
That's 360.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, 360 is my favorite of the singles.
Stream Brat. Stream Brat.
Yeah,
Liam?
sorry, I'm not going Charlie XCX. I'm
That's
going
okay. That's okay.
Everything She Wants. Wham.
Ooh,
There you
go.
damn.
Good song.
Very
Good
gay. Very gay
Very
song
gay.
of the week.
Very gay.
This week.
Song. Yeah.
Liam's choice.
I
pretty well with
realized
the feminine side.
the other day, Sophie and I were talking about it. My music taste is almost like strictly lesbian music. Like every artist
Yeah.
I like is like a large portion of their fan base is sapphic.
It's good. It's good music, you know.
No, I know. It's like
Yeah. I mean,
Chapel
can't
Rowan,
Yeah.
Charlie, Phoebe Bridgers, Clairo, fucking who else do I like? I mean, it's like almost which is fine. Just
Yeah,
just
That's
something.
all right, man. You like what you like.
I like what I like, Speaking of, I think I'm gonna buy Clairo tickets for the fall.
Where's she playing?
She's doing a residency in New York, 5 nights, and the tickets
Oh.
are not expensive.
Where
5 nights
in
at
New York?
Claro's.
Webster Hall.
Gotcha. I don't know where Webster Hall is, but there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so. And hey, by the way, emoji of the week. Anything having to do with water, whether it's a wave or a drop, a glass of water, because it's fucking hot out, guys.
Oh,
So
I didn't leave the
Yeah,
apartment today.
I haven't even gone outside today.
Actually, I did. I left for about 5 minutes and then I came home because I was.
it might
like,
have
no.
to do with the fact that I have a light shining on me, just so I'm not like sitting in darkness. Because if I have the light off, can I turn that? My fingers are too sweaty and the angle's too weird to actually turn it off. So. There you go.
All right.
So I'm sitting in darkness there, it's kind of tough. So,
yeah. No, I've got my fan
guys,
going over there. It's
I've probably
hot.
lost about 20
It's gonna be
pounds.
It's gonna be
recording
toasty
this
Friday.
off of sweat.
at the
Oh
parade.
fuck! It is, Liam.
I mean, not as hot as the next 2 days, but
Okay.
I think it's still gonna be high 80s.
I got it. I got
at
it right
most.
here.
Please hydrate, especially if you're
Well,
going
today-
to the parade on
so-
Friday. Hydrate.
Tuesday-
Have a couple drinks, but hydrate.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is 94, 94, 96. Friday, thankfully, is only 78.
No,
Oh, really?
Okay, so
With scattered thunderstorms, though, that could get fun.
no, that would suck.
No, I can't.
At least it's early enough in the day. I
Yeah,
It's not like
but
there's a
who cares?
huge
Those afternoon
metal
thunderstorms.
object that's going to be carrying around around the city of Boston on
Larry
Friday,
O'Brien
right?
Jeffrey
Yeah.
struck by lightning.
That'd be
at the
sick.
parade.
Wouldn't that be sick? Imagine I hope they have photographers trained on it at all times, with like high speed cameras in case. Imagine like
Because
Tatum
it does.
holding it up, and lightning hitting it. How sick that would be.
I mean,
And he
it
lives,
wouldn't be
and he
good
lives.
for Tatum.
They all no. Just give all the Celtics wire guys that do the wiring. Get the gloves they wear, and then you're fine.
Oh, okay, and then they're good.
The SpongeBob clip when he's about to have the ice cream truck fall on him. right before he goes, and live.
Fitzwebster Hall is in it's like the Lower East Side.
Oh, you're gonna do some New York City talk on me?
No, but
Best pizza in the Lower East Side.
you asked where it was, and so I'm just now confirmed. It's like near NYU.
Right. So. All right. Is that all we got, gents?
I think that's all I got.
Oh, I guess to our beautiful listeners, if anyone's going to the parade Friday, let us know. Find us. Me
Oh
and
yeah,
Jake
we'll
were going
be,
to put out a call at TD last night, but we didn't have any service.
We
once
did
got
not
up
have
there.
service. We'll be around Boylston Street, which is that's not helpful, but
That's the whole
Yeah, we're
length
gonna
of
be
the
in the
route.
whole fucking
We're gonna
route.
be in Boston.
We'll be. I'll tell you what. We'll be around Boylston Street near the Common. How's that?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Narrows
That's
down
good.
a bit.
That's good.
Near
little better.
Arlington. Near Arlington.
So, there you go.
yeah.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
That's where we'll be.
I'm a weenie. I have to work. But hey, if you're at
Fitz.
if you're at the Hyannis Harbor Hawks game on Saturday, find me there because I'm going down to the Cape this weekend. So.
Oh.
Yeah, a little
that's
weekend
you.
getaway with the missus. So it'll be a fun couple of days. Get out of Dodge, you know. So
I've never been to a Cape League ball game.
I went to
Oh, wow.
one.
I love
I've been
their
to
logo
two when I was younger.
I love their logo. Fits the Harbor
Harbor Hawks. They used to be the Mets, but they couldn't use the Mets name
Well,
anymore.
that's a much better,
they
a
get
great
sued?
logo.
Yeah. It was probably about like a decade ago at this point. YD can still be the Red Sox, which is funny because they use the White Sox like logo, but in red as their logo.
That's probably how they get by.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Orleans
tricky.
used to be the Cardinals. Now they're the what is it? The Orleans Firebirds, I believe. Harwich is still the Mariners. Chatham used to be the A's. Now they're the Anglers. You know. So
All
they
right.
tweak
Sure.
some stuff here and there. But yeah,
Thank
Cape League
you,
Saturday.
Fitz.
Very excited for that. So, but in any event, this has been Pawn on Lansdowne. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to us, as always. For Jake, for Liam, I don't know what the fuck that was, Jake.
I don't know what's happening
Sorry,
over
no, I
there.
was just making a cute face.
Like a raspberry in there too. You know what I mean? There it is. Yep, that was a nice strong one. So for Jake, for Liam, I'm Fitch. Here, you. We will talk to you next week. Go Sox, and obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
And be on the lookout this weekend on social. You're gonna want to do that
And go Seas.
and go see us.
Go Seas. Titletown.